What are we talking about today?
I pokes, I had jokes.
I don't know.
Welcome, guys, to another episode. Quick interview with J Bushii in the house. You got your boy, Mr. Alex, and Mr. Cooler. And, we've been seeing you on Twitter. We've been seeing things on, like, your stuff on YouTube here and there. Sports Nation tweeted your shit, like, back in 2018 when you did 800 hurricanranas on somebody's head, and they didn't stop. And Cooler told me about you, and I was like, yeah, let's check it out. Let's check out what he's about. I've seen, we've looked at his stuff, and we like what you see, and especially the one thing is coming from where we live at, where we've grown up and everything. Seeing you do that, being in the wrestling ring, in the indies and whatnot, it's fucking awesome thing to do. Like, we all grew up watching wrestling, and we all, when we were kids, doing little jungle gym shit, wrestling and stuff. So to see you doing it, that's an awesome thing, man. That's like, how is that for you, man? What was your reason for starting wrestling overall?
It's pretty much similar to what you said, man. Like, growing up, we all watching wrestling. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing Stone Cold, Rock, Taker, like all those big names that we have now on television. So my earliest memory of it, I used to watch that with my mom and my dad. So that was like something that really that I hold dear to me.
Yeah.
So me and my mom would always watch, and Stone Cold, that's the guy. That is my all-time favorite wrestler. It's crazy. I was just watching SummerSlam. It was 98, him and Taker. Brock watched that match 100 times.
Oh, man.
And on my top 5 list to say is Stone Cold and Taker. So I could watch them all day. But yeah, I always wanted to wrestle. Wasn't too sure how to do it.
Yeah.
Because, you don't go to school, say I'm being a professional wrestler, it's always basketball, football, baseball, those type of things. I played basketball for a while. But in middle school, so me and my boys, every time we had recess playground, we run to the back of the park. All the way to the back of the park.
All the time.
That sounds like my story.
All the time.
Playing wrestling with like 10 of us in the back of the yard.
All the way at the back where no teachers can see. You got one little lookout like, yo, they coming. These ladies, chilling. But so I would play that every day, bro, from like 4th grade up until like 7th. We're in the park going at it. And I went to Catholic school, so we wore a uniform. So my mom, I would come home, you see the holes and the dirt and the pants, everything. She's like, what happened to you? I'm like, nah, we was playing. We was chilling. We was playing, But yeah, that's where it really started. And this was around the time we had like SmackDown vs. Raw came out. So like I was in, we had two different grades, classes. We had like 3-1, 3-2.
Yeah.
It's like, we was SmackDown. 3-2, they would be Raw. So like we're going at it every day. It was really fun, but like that was like my first like taste, you could say, of like, all right, I'm a professional wrestler. Or I want to be a professional wrestler.
Okay.
College for 1 year. I went to Dowling College, and I'm just sitting in my room, bro. Just like, I gotta do something. Just like, what I'm gonna do. You feel me? I played 1 year of JV in high school for basketball, and then I go to a Division II school, where it's like, I could potentially might be able to play. But like, what do I really want to do? So just sat down, looked at wrestling schools, and Johnny Rods came up. That's where I'm at, WW. And I was just, this might be something. And there was a couple other schools came up, but his name is WWE. You feel me? Like, that's why everybody is a wrestler now, because of WWE. Because like what they see, so it's like, I'm gonna go there. That's kind of a big thing, like how I got started with that. But it was really middle school. You playing outside.
Yeah, I mean,
right, so you pretty much got the itch to actually do something that you've loved since you were young to actually take it on as an adult. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, because a lot of people, they get lost in that, and then especially with wrestling, you don't see too many black people in wrestling. You don't see any people that's from New York in wrestling. Let alone the Bronx.
Yeah.
So it's like,
motivation too. Honestly, that's a real big motivation because it's like
Okay.
we'll have those older dudes, especially like in my neighborhood. We have the older cats. They play basketball.
Yeah.
They everything. It's like I don't. It's not a knock to them, but it's like you out here with me every summer, bro. I'm 10, 12, 13, whatever. Like what's going on? So I was just like, nah, like I gotta do something. You feel me? And plus, the neighborhood I was into, it wasn't bad. It's good. Like Cedric Ave is cool, but it's like it's not a lot of opportunities for kids out there, bro.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what it is? It's just the pond of wrestling is a lot smaller than the pond of basketball.
Yeah. Of course.
That's just what it comes down to with what we see, because a lot of people would get discouraged based on how big and how small the ponds are, based on how a lot of people look at wrestling as well.
Yeah.
So I like that you actually took that and got encouraged and actually went after what you want. That's a big thing that a lot of people don't do.
Yeah, a lot of people shy away, man. A lot of people shy away from like the things they want to do, and it might be because people tell them like, "Yo, you're not good enough, or it won't pan out. Why are you even trying this?" It's just like the lack of faith, but like for you to go out and just fucking do it, it's like, hey, man. Like, props.
And the other one. Oh, that's not a black sport.
Yeah.
Because that's a big one.
Like you get that, so it's funny. So like even with I'll tell somebody, but what you do whenever I'm a professional wrestler, I'll either get the or, well, you don't look like one. It's like, what does one? What do you mean? What?
It's a variety of things, but at the same time, it's just like the first thing that pops up into our head is just like, it's the area, it's the hair, it's the skin, it's everything. Yeah. But that's good. That's good because we need a lot more. We need other venues for kids that grow up in our area and that look like us to do other things. Because like you said, basketball is great, football is great, but we need to do other things. We need to be seen doing other things.
I agree, because it's like you'll get, so like for me, look my story, like my dad, he played basketball. Like he's known in Harlem, like he plays. So everybody see me like, oh, yo, like you rich son, you gonna play ball, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play ball. Like, yeah, cool. I'm trying to do that, but like it wasn't really me. It's such a difference between, at least what I know for myself, like how I understand wrestling and how I understood basketball. With like certain things, especially when you're trying to like get that working. It's like it just wasn't clicking. Me and basketball just wasn't there. Don't get me wrong, I'm good, I could play ball and everything, but it's like wrestling is like, I know what I'm doing here. I'm doing this. I've been watching it forever. It was always something that was like near and like dear to me. So, but yeah, like my thing is like I want to be like a beacon of like hope. Show like versatility. Being like a different dynamic, because it's like we all don't want to play football and basketball, bro. If I want to be a professional wrestler, be a professional wrestler. You want to go swimming, water polo, hockey, whatever. Like, yeah, like you gotta just create your own definition of success, bro. You gotta do what makes you happy. That's what happens. A lot of people just do what they think they should do instead of what they want to do, and we have a lot of unhappy people. You never know what you could do for the next person.
That's definitely true. So,
wait, real quick, just because he said that, how old are you? Just real quick.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Okay. He's talking like a 45-year-old wisdom and shit, because a lot of people do not go don't think that way. They're just like, oh, let me just, like you said, let me do what seems right to do, not what I want to do. And for you to be going out to do that at 23 years old, like it's awesome to see, because not a lot of people do that shit. You know what you want and you're going for it, and you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, but at least you're fucking going for it. You know what I mean?
And you're not taking the criticism.
Special.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like that's the greatest thing. Like you're blocking out the criticism and you're blocking out other people's idea of what success is for you, because that's a lot of people downfall. It's like, okay, what success is how everyone else levels it. No, it's your success for you. You have to level that shit. Like it's up to how you play it. It's not how anyone else plays it.
Nah, yeah, for real. Like, bro, every other week at our family dinner, I got someone telling me, get a city job, work MTA, do something that, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that regular talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good.
All right, so I wanted to get a little bit more into the Johnny Rodz Wrestling School. How is that? How long have you been training there?
So I've been there now, just hit 3.5 years. Johnny Rodz is amazing, bro. Like really, like so. At first, I had a little bit of fears, like going to like the wrestling business, so to say, because you'll hear a lot of things like, oh, like places are scams, places are this, they're just trying to take your money and stuff like that. So like I did my research, and I was just like, let alone he's a WWE Hall of Famer, so that's credibility there. But I went in there and like Johnny works with you. Like he works with you. He's like, hey, look, this is X amount we have here, and then we can do this, this, and that. Like he works with you in all aspects of it. You feel me? But at the same time, he teaches you professionalism. Like you have to make sacrifices. Like he teaches you now. You gotta enjoy the struggle. You gotta make sacrifices for it. Because when you get on the road, what you gonna do if you can't do it now? You know. So I've been there for 3.5 years. Like he teaches like the number one thing you could say from him is discipline and patience. You feel me? Like just get in there and start doing flips and all that stuff. Like now we'll do arm drags for 3-4 hours. We'll do headlock takeovers. We'll do snap mirrors. Like the foundation, like the fundamentals is everything, bro. Like you can flips, you can do this and that, but it's like all right, you did it 3 times. I can do it 4 times, 5 times. Like flips only gonna hit you with so much, but you put together a good body of work, anybody will take you. So that's pretty much what it is. And then he has this thing. One of the first things I ever took from him, he said it's called professional wrestling. You gotta be a professional outside of the ring, and all the wrestling is when you're in the ring. You gotta be a professional in both places. Johnny's great. Like he's hands on. He's there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and he will tell you what it is. It's a great place. I can't stress it enough. It's like you'll hear people say like, "Oh, Johnny's that," but they ain't never been there, bro. But Johnny's amazing, bro. He's amazing, wonderful. And then like if you had Johnny, you gotta talk in his voice. So he'd be like, "Paul." He always saying "Paul." If you're doing a Johnny impression, you don't do his voice, then you ain't really from there, bro. But it is amazing.
Okay, because a friend of mine actually was at one point looking into, well, a friend of ours, he was looking into doing some wrestling, and he pulled up Johnny Rodz most definitely because he's also from Brooklyn, and he saw that the school was in Brooklyn, and I don't know what deterred him from actually going into wrestling at all, but every time we talk about it, I definitely bring up Johnny Rodz School because that's in his neighborhood. It's in close proximity to him. So I'm like, if there's anywhere you want to go, you might as well go where it's closest to home.
You might as well just try.
Yes, come to WW, come to Johnny Rodz, bro. Like, we're all a family. It's such a family atmosphere. Like, we're going to tell you if you ain't putting in the work, we're going to let you know. Feel me? Because it's like we work with each other all throughout the week. So you feel me? There's a couple of great guys there, like Big Al. He's amazing. Like he taught me a lot of what I know. Like he's a guy you go to like that fundamentals who's gonna tell you about like your footing. He's gonna watch everything, bro. Like Big Al is amazing. Another guy named PJ, he goes by PJ Savage. He's our current heavyweight champion. That guy there, he taught me a lot outside of wrestling and inside of wrestling. Like he kind of took me underneath his wing and like he showed me a lot. Like a lot of what I know now is because like I'm really close with him. He took me in. Is a bunch of dudes. Another guy named Matt. He's one of the honchos. You feel me? Like it's crazy. It's just so many people there, bro. It's such a family. So, if he wants to come down, like definitely come down. Like you're gonna get everything that you need. You're gonna get something that's not available now. You're gonna stand out from the crowd for certain.
Shit, that's making me want to go at least for one day or at least for a week or so. Because I just want to see how things work behind. Well, not even just behind the scenes, but also just in a wrestling school in the gym.
Nah, yeah, absolutely. And we're in Gleason's gym too, so that has heritage as it is too. You feel me? That's the world famous boxing. So you gotta own up to the name, bro. You gotta own up to the name of being a Johnny Rodz student. You gotta own up to also being in the house of real, we like to call it Gleason's gym. So it's like there's pressure there, but it's good pressure because it's gonna force you to work. You feel me? You're not gonna fall behind. You're gonna want to be one of the greats there. But yeah, definitely, bro. Like one of my what you said was like you want to get in there. Like I think it was like I was only there for maybe like a week and a half or so. I just happened to come and join around showtime. I'm there, and everything. It's like okay, it's funny. I come after work. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna ref or just help set up the ring, whatever. Johnny comes to me. He's okay. So what's your name, Bob? I'm like John. He's like, well, what are your friends call you? I'm like I don't know, J.O. Sometimes like, okay, the name is Johnny O. Well, Johnny O. Bob. So I had no gear, bro. And this I came there in my Nike work shoes, Nike socks, my Jordan 31s, and I had nothing, bro. Like nothing at all. So then PJ, my first encounter really with him, he's like, what is this? I'm asking, bro. He's like, oh God. He's like, give me some wrist tape. We're gonna make like Mortal Kombat or something. He's putting mad wrist tape for me, bro, like everything. So, like literally, you're gonna get thrown into the fire, like right then and there. So whether
Okay.
royal match I had too. That's one of the things. Some people you're gonna either ref or you're gonna be in a battle royal because it's one thing to practice moves and everything like that, but you gotta know how to perform, bro. You have to know how to perform in front of an audience. So you're gonna get thrown out into this so that you feel that energy and you know what to do.
Okay. All right. That makes sense because we've gone to some wrestling shows and just as we're watching, I don't want to say clowning, but we're just picking a piece everything that's happening, and then we spot something that's either too much or not enough, and it's definitely times where we've seen referees just acting a little bit too much or just whatever, and it's just like either they're new or they're just starting and they're not ready to get in the ring yet.
Yeah, that's part of it. So it's so many different aspects of it because you'll have the new guy, like you're just anxious, you're excited. He's like, I'm gonna do what I see on TV, you know, and you gotta know how to dial it down and like how to do it. Then some people they just get in there, they're living their dream, like right then and there. You know, they're playing wrestler, you know, you're not being a wrestler as we like to say it. You know, you're in there, you're just playing around, you know, all that stuff, instead of actually being what you're supposed to be, being a professional at that. But yeah, it's so many different things where it's like, yeah, this guy looks new. That was a little bad there, you know. But what we try to always do is like the day you step in there, you're reffing little like training matches where we're watching, we're teaching you how to go down the floor, how to count to three. You always count to three. You know, you're gonna go regardless. You know, we're teaching you that. We're gonna show you like what areas to stay out of, like who to face if you're being a referee. You know, we're gonna give you the basis so that you don't like a clown. You know, so we're gonna have guys who in the audience that peeps and is like, damn, like, well, look at that. And so we try to keep everything clean always.
Okay, because I kind of noticed that even with the setup of just like how the cameras are, it's like most of the time you're playing to the camera, but you're also playing to the crowd. So I did pick up on that a little bit too.
Definitely, yeah. So it's like that's too. Whereas like the hard cam, you gotta know where's your hard cam at. But what'll happen is like people they'll get in there and you're like, yeah, but you're looking at the wrong camera, bro. You gotta turn around. You know, so that camera didn't capture that moment, didn't capture that emotion and everything like that. So you gotta know where to go. And then sometimes I mess up. I only work the hard cam. I need to start going around like, wait, there's people behind me. Let me turn around. Yeah, like you know, like I'm trying to do something. When you're in that moment, you're just like, all right, hey, if one thing I'm doing, I'm working a hard cam because that's what everybody at home is watching. You know, it's like, granted, everybody's in the crowd, they can see you, but the people at home, you miss that face or you miss something, and it's like, that takes away from the match.
Okay. Are there any Johnny Rod's alums that we've been seeing? Because I know there are a few, but I'm not too familiar to know if it's exactly the ones that I'm thinking of.
So for certain, it's the Dudley Boys, Hall of Famers.
Okay.
Taz, Tommy Dreamer, like that ECW crew, that's Johnny Rod's.
Okay.
Like that.
All right.
Vito, also like that ECW crew, that's Johnny Rod's. Big Kaz, most recently, that's Johnny Rod's.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's even funny how you know, Evil in New Japan right now, he was at Johnny Rod's for one point. Finn Balor. Yeah, bro, there's been names as came by.
I like that. I love that's one of the things I love to know. Like what gyms have the alumni, and what are they doing now, and how big were they and how big are they?
Bro, Johnny has helped so many people. Like you wouldn't even know about. Like a lot of people has been graced by being in the same room as Johnny Rod's. You know, like he's helped so many people. Like names you probably don't even know about, but trust and sure, Johnny Rod's probably done had him for a second.
That's dope. Just thinking about fucking Evil, like going there and like now he's fucking double champ in New Japan. It's just like That's fucking lit.
Evil, right? So right now I'm the current light heavyweight champion for W. Evil once held that title when he was there.
That's fucking A, man.
That's
fucking dope. That's
bro,
good company, bro.
That's great company.
Johnny
Yeah.
Rods has it. I'm telling you, Johnny Rods, definitely.
So is that somewhere you want to go soon? New Japan?
Oh, absolutely, bro. Who wouldn't want to go to Japan?
I'm just asking. That's a lot of territory to tour.
Japan is dope, and they got all like the classic video games out there too. So we can see like all the exclusive stuff that never made it here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So now, we know who we're talking to. We're talking to a gamer too.
He's a gamer. I mean, he mentioned SmackDown versus Raw, and I'm like PlayStation 2 immediately. Like, so I was just like, yeah, I was like, he a gamer. I was like, I'm gonna just let that one go. But don't worry, I'm a gamer too. He's probably the only one that isn't out of the three of us. But
I'm not a super gamer, but
he's a situational gamer.
Yeah.
All right. Circumstantial.
Yeah, right now I need some games. Coronavirus season, I need games. Other than that,
bro, Warzone. Listen, Warzone, we're here. We can do that.
I'll get you a tag after this shit because I do have it on PC. I just updated the whole thing. So but yeah, because we're talking about like he just mentioned coronavirus and whatever. Like, how has like this whole like pandemic impacted you in terms of like, and the show, like in terms of WW, like I know I'm pretty sure a lot of things got canceled, a lot of shows that you probably had coming up, or other places you might have shown up on. Like, how is it dealing with that? Because like it's one thing for like to see like WWE stars or AEW, New Japan stars dealing with it. It's another thing for indie guys to like deal with it, because indie wrestlers deal with it because of the fact that like you guys kind of bank on all these appearances here and there, like on different spots. And WrestleMania week was a hard week for everybody in the indie scene. So like how did that like affect you overall?
It's tough, definitely not being able to wrestle. Like, it slows down a lot. Like, we had a show every Thursday. It was Flash. So I was like our weekly show. I think that was missing. So with WW, right, we aren't like a big indie place, like huge promotion. Like, we use a lot of homegrown talent. You feel me? So we're not gonna be like other places that are bringing like a former star from somewhere. Like, at one point we did. Bobby Lashley's last indie show was with us, before he went back after Mania. So like we've had that, but we don't do that no more. So it was a little hard, like creating those stories to say, like connecting in the audience to know like who we really are. So we finally started doing Flash. I think we got 6 episodes in, and then Corona. So like that slowed down everything. We were just picking up momentum because it was like we finally have a platform, because we only had shows every other month. So it was like, all right, how can we keep the interest there? Like, we have family and friends always coming, but it's like, for instance, like guys like you feel me? Like, y'all wouldn't know who we are, stuff like that. So we want to get out to them, so like who WW is. So like that's been a little upsetting. And also with Johnny Rods, like we just wrestle there. Like we're home talent. So it wasn't that bad of a hit, but it sucks, bro. It's been going on since March. Yeah. And then the last show we had was February 29th. That was like literally right before Corona hit, bro. I got sick. I think I might have had it, honestly. Like, I had like the fever, chills, everything. This is before like blew up, so nobody really knew what was going on.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So like I had a match while I was sick, and I was like my last match. So it was like I went out like that. Then Corona hit, and then we had one more show. It was like March 26th or 16th, something like that, and it got canceled because of what's going on. So everything's on hold right now. We trying to make it work. But yeah, the Corona is crazy. And thankfully, some places are opening back up a little bit. I've seen a lot of outside going on. So, it's hope, a little positivity going on.
Yeah, it really is. It's just how sparse we're going to be able to do shows now. Like, that's pretty much our thing. We were pretty much looking forward to WrestleMania weekend. We were looking forward to just
hopping,
between
show
that,
hopping,
between that, like all the shows then and the shows for the summer just to get out, like we were looking forward to it, and now it's like, okay, the this state and this city and this state is doing it. It's just like all over the place. And then it's like, okay, now like I've seen a picture of some promotion that they actually were in an open field, like an open maybe like a
field.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a picture.
That had to be like the greatest idea ever, because you just see the chairs. Everyone is just like, it looks like some people are more than 6 feet. Some people are actually 6 feet away or whatever, but it's just a huge football field, a ring in the middle, and just at least maybe 100 scattered groups.
But hey,
like, it look great.
If it works that way, it works that way, man. Like, because you see shit like in New Japan, they're starting to have the crowds more and more, little by little. So, like, we can do it here. Just it's gonna take longer because it's America. Unfortunately, people don't like to listen that often.
You can do it 161.
And you could do that shit right there, 161. Like it's not. You could do this shit at Central Park at the Great Lawn. Like there's you can do things. It's just It's just a matter of like people adhering to said protocols that are being put out there, and like the advice. And if they don't, then it's harder to contain. But overall, just like like I would love to see a wrestling event at the Great Lawn before the summer is out, because that would be dope. So at least like to have people, even if it's like a free show, just have people just come through and watch, and like it'll be like. And the funny thing is, like, I was speaking to my mom on the phone the other day, and she was just like, how come they don't do it like in the block as a block party type thing? Like just have people like, socially distant, but like have it in the middle of the block. And I was just like, that's a good idea, actually. I was like maybe that needs to be explored. But for the most part, like there's ways around things as long as people adhere.
You have to call Wilkins at Jobber Series.
I'll let him know.
See how we can at least like try to make that happen.
I'll let him
161 or Central Park.
Yeah, if it could be a big ass collab and everybody just comes together and just does it for fun, like that would be some dope shit.
Yeah, man, that would be fire. But like you said, it's just like it's so many like intangibles with it, bro. Where it's like, okay, we can do the show out here, but this person gonna stay from here. Is this gonna happen? And the responsibility if something goes wrong. So it's a lot. Yeah, people not trying to take that risk right now, especially from like a financial standpoint too. God forbid something wrong, like you hit, like it's over.
Yeah.
Like right now, like with leasings, I say the number one thing right now is a little kind of worrying is that there was an article like, they're losing like $100,000 a month not being open right now. Wow. So like leasing a lot of money with no one being in there, and it's sad because it's like we're a training facility, like boxers in there every day, wrestlers we're in there every day. So like, why aren't we being treated as such? That's the real question.
Yeah, you got to use it. Like, you just have to use it before you like really can't into it, and where it's actually the point where you have to just let it go, and nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, definitely. And like he was saying, the guy his name is Bruce who owns it. He was like, I could probably hold on to January. So it's like, damn, it's like he's already seen how long he might hold on to. So that's like an actual possibility. So but we just hope that everything, just gets back to normal or somewhat normal.
Yeah,
we can be.
That's the main goal. Hopefully everybody because it's just the whole thing about coming together type thing that a lot of people aren't understanding. And it's just the little things like, you don't want to wear a mask, but don't
come around.
Yeah, stay over there. Don't get on the train like that. Like, and don't get mad when people get mad at you for like not protecting everybody else and yourself at the same time. So it's just it's been a crazy thing. Like, it's trash. Like,
it's just like I just don't understand it. Like, it's not just for you; it's for everybody else. It's a precaution. Yeah.
So, what are your favorite brands out there? Like in terms of wrestling, like what do you tune in to watch the most right now? When you if you do tune in.
And now for certain I tune in because ain't nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Like when actually like wrestling, I wouldn't watch it too much because wrestling is a lot to consume, bro. Like especially when you live in it. and it's like every day, like
Yeah.
Family Guy right now. I'm cool. Let me watch Family Guy, Rick and Morty. Like I'm alright. But since like I'm not airing anymore, someone got to be a fan again. Like I'm watching it, so I'm watching Raw. I'm watching AEW too. Like I'm interested in what's going on over there. Like it's cool. It's different, because I could watch a WWE match. I could kind of tell what might happen, or it's like I don't want to be right now. But I feel like I might be right. So it's like, as opposed to if I'm watching AEW, like I dead don't know. Granted, you got a lot of former WWE people there, but it's just interesting to see how they're gonna do things, So I watch it just to kind of learn from it, and of course, potentially a place of work as well.
Yeah.
So look into that. I just looked at New Japan the other day because I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, they got fans now. Now, how is that gonna be? Like how is it with fans now? And I'm watching the match, and I was like, why can I hear the echo of the commentators? Like, what the hell? And that's when I realized that you can't cheer. It's just clap.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Now I'm thinking like, is that worse or is that better than having just, regular talent there, whatever's going on? Because it's weird, bro. It's so weird, bro. It's one thing, nobody's there, but then to have people there and they're just.
Well, the crazy thing about New Japan is
it's always been like that, honestly.
It's been
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but just not 100%.
Yeah. I'm so used to hearing that one girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm missing, bro.
But
That has to be somebody's daughter.
Like just yell Kenny out or yell Okada out or Naito. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And then now they're using an app where you can boo. Like it'll do like a booing sound from it or a cheering sound. Like it's so crazy. So like hats off to Japan because they're trying to make it work for us. Trying to work for people where it's like, okay, come in and you got your cell phone, cool. Just if you don't like it, boo. Want to cheer. So they find different ways to make a new dynamic.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for the clapping and the stomping to happen. I haven't seen any stomping yet, but the clapping is there. I'm just waiting for like the real moments where they're just like putting everything, all their energy into it, except for the yelling.
Facts. But New Japan. Like for us, New Japan is our favorite one. Like at the moment, I mean, AEW is up there, and because like what you said, WWE we've seen for so long, we've seen for like all our lives. So like you could literally tell what's gonna happen, how, and when. But yeah, when it comes to watching wrestling is a lot. It's a lot to watch.
It's on every day of the week now.
Yeah, and I remember telling my friends, like they would ask me, they're like, you got the podcast, right? I was like, yeah. They're like, how much wrestling do you watch a week? I was like, you don't want to know. I was like, how much wrestling? I was like, because it's between AEW. Before AEW, it was Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact. Whenever he would like show me things from Impact, like to watch pay-per-views, and WWE, Raw, SmackDown, just NXT, and pay-per-view. And it's just like,
yeah.
Where do I fit in everything else? Like I would have no time for anything else. So like everybody's just like, that's a lot of research. I was like, yeah, man. I was like,
that's why I pretty much stay on Twitter. If I don't want to watch anything, I'll just be on Twitter for that day and everything.
You see everything.
Yeah.
You see everything.
He gives me so much shit for being on Twitter, but I'm like, I'm not watching Raw, but I'm watching Raw.
Yeah, literally, bro. It's like, okay, I know what happened. I could tell what happened right before then. Yeah.
You just go to the TDE Wrestling Twitter and like you have all the gifts and you're literally watching the whole show as it goes. I don't know how fucking fast he is, like that, or he or she is, like that group, whoever's like maintaining that Twitter account is like, you're fucking lightning quick because it happened 15 seconds ago and it's already up. And I'm just like, damn, dude.
Like, it has to be a group. It
has to be a group that's doing it. Like it definitely has to be a group with them. So, but that shit is dope. So like, what are your short term goals? Like, after we get back to a sense of normalcy, hopefully sooner rather than later. But as soon as we start like getting back to like you start getting back into the gym and you start training again and whatnot. What's your short term right now? Because you said you're the light heavyweight champ. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, are you still 2 belts or?
I'm just light heavyweight.
Just
champ
light
right
heavyweight.
Now.
All right.
And still been champ for over a year. It's Corona, but I'll make 2 years this December as being champion. So it's cool. They they're gonna try to take that away from me, but it's cool. We didn't beat me before then, so it's all right. But yeah, short term goals would probably get back my North American championship, but definitely be heavyweight champion. I have to be heavyweight champion and before I leave, before anything happens. Like it's a thing, bro. It's like you want to be the best of the best, and it's like that's what you do. And it's like I said, the guy PJ, he's our top guy right now. He's our guy. I mean that's brother to me, but I want to whip his ass so bad in the ring, bro. So bad.
I'm coming for your shit.
Yeah. Hopefully, definitely, if y'all can talk to him, bro, he's a great guy. Great guy, bro. So, he short-term will definitely be heavyweight champion. Have to be.
Okay.
Dope.
Before we get into long-term, I want to know, is Johnny Rodz actually mentioning any other secondary gyms for you to go to?
No, we do everything there, bro. We do everything. And then to his credit too is like, he's a Hall of Famer. You feel me? Like he knows what he's doing, he knows what to do, bro. It's like we're shooting promos and it's like he's telling us to just shift your body and look at the camera, like stay in frame. Don't move too much, don't fiddle too much, be a pro. So it's like anything that I could probably learn out there, they might have learned it from him and I could just learn it from the source.
Gotcha. That's amazing.
So yeah, like you said, long term. Let's say for example, if you're interviewing for a job, 5-year plan. Like what's your 5-year plan? Like where would you like to end up first, and then would you like to start on the indie circuit, like more so like learning everything and meeting new people, meeting new wrestlers, and maybe something like BCW, Battle Club Pro, IWW. Like there's a bunch of stuff just in the tri-state area alone that you could be exposed to easily. So what's your longer term plan?
So like my long term plan, so like I'm well, of course long term I'm thinking Hall of Fame, but you feel me? We're talking 5 years. I'm trying to be one of those guys that just pop up in WWE, bro. Where it's like you don't know what indies he was at, you don't know if he even did indies, whatever the case may be, he was just there. Kind of like Roman Reigns, like a John Cena, like those type of people, because that's essentially what Johnny Rodz produces. Like he's gonna produce the best of the best. So it's like that's what it's not a knock to anywhere else, you feel me? But it's just like I'm just so laser focused on wanting to be the best. I want to be right there.
Nice.
Like of course if that doesn't happen, if ROH comes to me and say, hey, come here, yeah. New Japan, come here, yeah. AEW, yeah. You feel like these places are coming to me, offer me a job and want me to work for them, I'm absolutely gonna say yes. But in a perfect world, I just pop up on WWE TV one day and you're like, who the hell is that? I got you now. But yeah, that would be just to be there. While I'm there, supposed to stay there. A lot of people just get there. They're happy to get there. Bro, I want to get there and stay there. Yo, I don't know what's going on today, bro. I act up in front of my friends. But yeah. So yeah, of course, I want to be WWE champion. I want to be a 2-belt champion there. I want to be champion. Everybody want to be champion, but I also want to get back to the community. I want to be a guy that you can send me to do Good Morning America. You could send me to these places where you need a face to put something to. So that is definitely my goal.
Okay, all right, because that's pretty much where I was gonna go too. What do you see wrestling taking you in overall? Just overall, because we see people like you see The Rock. You see he just bought XFL, but he started somewhere else. He started in football, went to wrestling, went to TV. Now he's doing all these other things. And it's not just him. We have so many other people in wrestling that's doing other things, like Brock in MMA, as well as Lashley. We have Stone Cold and so many other people that's just actors, Goldberg and things like that. So where else do you see wrestling taking you?
So I see wrestling putting me in the next Marvel Avengers movie. I don't care.
Okay, all right.
But that's a goal, bro.
Okay.
Hands down. So all right, this is why I see wrestling taking me to an Avengers movie, working with Marvel in some way, being on a Rick and Morty episode, because I love Rick and Morty. I have to be on Rick and Morty, bro. Are you crazy?
Okay.
Wait. Are you a shy pooper or not?
I'm not a shy pooper. I'm confident with it. I'm gonna let you know. I gotta go. Yeah, bro. Definitely Marvel, bro. Have to do Marvel. Have to do Marvel. Then also too, well, one of my great friends, he does music. His name is Joe Kane. He's from the Bronx too as well in Kingsbridge. So one of my go-to is to get him to perform at WrestleMania or something. Perform my theme, do something with me in some aspect. But also I want to do music with him, bro. So I'm trying to do cartoon shows, movies, music. Like I want wrestling to open up everything. I also want to be in the NBA celebrity game, bro. Absolutely. So whenever All Star Weekend come around, like let me be that guy, bro. Let me be the first one to do that. And so this is where I think like wrestling could take me, and also how I could also help everybody else with it too.
Right, and also bringing a big spotlight to wrestling as well, being that you do that. Yeah, I like that.
Multifaceted, multi-talented.
My big thing too, bro, was I'm pretty sure, yeah, if you have or haven't, you know, summertime basketball in New York City is hot.
Yeah. We don't have the Rucker anymore, but yeah, the Rucker.
Yeah.
You feel me? The Rucker, Dykeman, all these tournaments, bro. Yeah. And my thing is like, I want to bring those crowds to MSG or Barclays when they see my name on there. I want that same energy. I want the energy to come back. You feel me? So I was like, what people say the greatest era ever was the Attitude Era. Why? Because they appealed to everything, bro. They had the demographic. They had so many different things, bro. So you feel me? We can't recreate it to the T, but let's do a new dynamic. Let's bring those people who left and let's bring it back. You feel me? I'm from the Bronx, bro. I'm on Kingsbridge. I'm from Cedric Ave. So it's like I want my family, my peoples to come down to MSG, come down to Barclays and all that. You know? John's here. Yeah, let's go. We out. Bushi's here? Yeah, let's go. We out. Feel me? The same way if you hear KD or LeBron's at Dykeman and Rucker, you flying over there, bro, because you know it's packed. You know it's going to get crazy. You know you might not even be able to see them. I want that same thing, bro. I want to bring that to wrestling, bro.
That's a good goal.
Man. That's great,
That's
Bushi.
A great
that
goal.
is great.
Yeah, facts. Because like you don't hear a lot of people talking about those things, like just looking at a bigger overall picture than just wrestling, because it's you like you said, you get laser focused and just get bogged down, and you said people just get comfortable and just get content making it. You don't want to just make it to like WWE or at least New Japan or AEW. Like you want to use that on top of loving wrestling. You want to use that as a platform to just grow everything and give back to the community, which is one of the biggest things. Like a lot of people don't even think about that type of stuff. You're 23 and already thinking about that shit. You have like 30, 40-year-olds that don't even think about giving back to the community, that won't even like put their garbage in the right place. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're thinking a bigger, broader term, and it's something amazing to see from somebody that's still young and still learning in the game, but at the same time already has a vision for what he wants to do overall, and this is fucking awesome, dude. We need more of that.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's like you said, it's a vision. You feel me, bro? Like, I don't call it a dream. I don't call it none of that, because a dream, bro, you only see that when you're sleeping, bro. Like a vision, you're seeing that day and night, no matter what you do. You walking down the block and like that, you in your head thinking of something that you love and what you want to do. So you feel me? I want to bring that to reality, bro. Like, it's cheesy to say, but you only got one life, bro. Like when you really sit down and think about that, how you're only here once, bro, and it's like what type of impact or legacy you're gonna leave. It's like, all right, like we still talk about Biggie, bro, and Tupac. We still talk about we talk about the Giants still, bro. Like talk about all these names, bro. Like you feel like even like my baby brother, right? I love him to death, and it's like he talked about the Undertaker. He ain't see Undertaker, bro. You feel me? He might have seen a couple, and like he ain't see Taker, bro. So the fact that he's on YouTube. He's like, John, Undertaker used to come out like this. He used to do that. He used to have this. Is like, oh, all right, cool. But it's like, that's the power of YouTube. That's the power of social media. That's the power of the internet, bro. It's like, you're going to live forever. You're going to live forever. So it's like, I want it to be something where it's like, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. John was everywhere. John has something to do with everything everywhere, bro. And then it's at that point, I'm going to live forever, bro. That's a legacy right there. And that's what it is.
That's great to hear. Like this,
that's fucking lit.
Is that the interview? Do you have any other questions?
I think that's it. I think that's a perfect place to leave off, because like there's nothing else I should really ask after that. I have no other questions really, and yeah, that's a perfect place to leave off. To be honest with you, thank you so much for being with us, and you know being on the show. We, you know, if you want to do any plugs for your YouTube, for like Instagram, social, like anything, go right ahead. Feel free.
Please follow WUW Wrestling. That is our Instagram. That is our Twitter. Literally WUW Wrestling. Also for me, my personal YouTube, you can search up John Rebel Wrestling, Reubel. That's how you spell my last name. Follow me on Instagram, J_Bushii, two eyes, always two eyes. Same thing for us on Twitter. And thank you guys, really, bro, because when you wrote me, I don't know which one wrote me the first time.
He wrote you.
That was
Okay.
me.
You wrote me, bro. I just woke up. Like, I literally just woke up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Message request, probably one of these fake ass pages, one of these podcasts. I'm like, oh, wrestling? Absolutely. So, like, trust me, bro, like, I'm honored to be on here. Thank you guys, because you didn't have to give me this platform. You feel me? So it's like the same way y'all feel for me, I feel for y'all. Thank you so much. You feel me? Because it's like we gotta work together nonetheless, you know? So I'm always grateful for this. I will not forget this ever. You know, y'all family, please, definitely when we're back up and running, I have 2 tickets for y'all immediately. Please come down to Gleason's gym.
Sounds great.
So
Without question.
And obviously,
We're
we're gonna
gonna-
want you back on the show. Like if you watch the pay-per-view or this and that, you got thoughts, you want to be on the show, just hit us up anytime. You're welcome on the fucking show, bro. Anytime. Anytime.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks again for being here. You can follow us on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes, myself at _Mr. Alex25 _ the guy on the other side at
NU_KEWLA. See, I almost forgot.
You almost forgot, yeah. Facebook.com/Pokes and Chokes. On Instagram at Pokes Chokes Podcast. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, or Google Podcasts, whichever one you prefer to use. I think it's Google Podcasts now. Stitcher and Transistor FM. Subscribe, hit the notification button, and once again, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully, we see more J Bushii on Eye Pokes and Head Chokes. Peace out, guys.